All that he needed was to find a new clue. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. For you are looking for a new clue too. Hello, Internet. Hello, YouTube. I'm Zeigler Jaguar. I am looking for a new clue. But we're going to start by seeing what a monked antechamber does, since I believe we have accomplished that. And because the scorched sundial just puts us in the exact same place we are with the grotto, with 1 out of 3 microchips and no idea where to get the other 2. Hopefully, the game gives us some sort of pointer in that direction. So that's one thing I have going on. Another thing is to check that stamp in the mailroom, please. But yeah, so Grandma Clara. Oh, I have running shoes today and a silver spoon. I can't say that would be the absolute most important things I wanted to carry over, but sure. So presumably we don't have to worry about steps. That's nice. All right, what does a monked antechamber do? This is hilarious. Draft the antechamber. Right here in the outer room. Why not? Oh! What is this? It's still the basement key. Same note? So... What? So close, yet so far away. What, are you saying this was a red herring? Oh, fuck you, Great Uncle Sinclair. What the shit? Okay. Well, screw you. What if I then run to the foundation? So close, yet so far away. Is that a clue? Or are they just trolling me? It's probably a clue. It just feels like trolling. So close, yet so far away. Well, what if I open the back of it, huh? I want to know what happens if I now go run to your inner sanctum and open 46. Open room 46. Maybe that's what we need. Also, I want to check because I don't think I left the condenser on. Will I now be locked out of the upper realms of the gear? I'm not sure if there's anything else to see there. At least, don't run past it like you always do. Alright, I did. Alright, well, I'll do it on the way back. I did run past it. Alright. Open that rear door. And don't run past the little entrance this time. God, this entrance over here really could use some signage. It's so hidden. Oh, well, maybe this is just permanently opened. That'd be nice. I don't know why the May 8th lock wasn't. That was really curious that I had to do that one a second time. I mean, I already had the 6th red letter, so... Alright. We're just gonna see. These running shoes are, making me all of this cost basically no steps, so that's nice. Wait, where am I going? Over here. You'd think I'd be able to navigate this basement by now. Yet somehow I still struggle. Oh, it finally cost me a step. Lame. Alright. So, did this do anything? It's the shrine. What the? Steady is the scepter, deadly is the stone, heavy is the crown, ready is the throne. That's fucking ominous. All these notes are so ominous. Don't mind if I take a photo of this. Steady is the scepter, deadly is the stone, heavy is the crown, ready is the throne. Let's just think about double meanings. There's a tomb that's all... I should probably come back here with a magnifying glass. All right, yeah, I have to do that. I need to come back and look at this a little closer with a magnifying glass. Heavy is the crown, ready is the throne. Deadly is the stone. Steady, deadly, heavy, ready. Boy, these puzzles just... The hell do I make of that? So close yet so far away. I should also open these other antechamber doors just in case they unlock something too. This is interesting. The head is buried. That's all you want me to see, huh? All right. Well, let's open the rest of the antechamber in here if we can. Maybe there's things hiding behind the east and west walls too. All right, so secret garden is priority. So is a mail room and finding a magnifying glass. Get a security card today. It's always nice. 11. We already did this one. 4. 1/3 of 10 times 3 is 10. Or sorry. Yeah, 1/3 of 10 times 3 is 10. Squared is 100. Minus 1/3 of 3 is 99. Divided by 11 is 9. Whew. This keeps getting trickier. Well, that's just nothing. So just 6. Just some ordinary keys today. I gotta be close to getting that dartboard trophy. Should we take the observatory? Tomorrow will be an... Oh, today is an inkwell day. You know what? I'm actually gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on this because I want to save this for a day when I try to get the dead end trophy. So I'm gonna pass. Oh, and my code check. Great. I wanted this. I don't want to have to go looking for it, so... Great. And this knocks down weaker brick walls. Cool. Now, I don't know if there's other brick... I'm sure there's other brick walls I've missed, but I'm pretty sure the weight room is the important one. Oh my god, gross. Huh. Fine. Let's just make sure we survive these early ones here. Oh, right. Now, it's been so long since I had to worry about gems. I have to worry about gems again. Alright. Rumpus Room I want to be rare because Alzara no longer helps me. Breakfast Nook, I like being common. Corridor, I like being common. Oof. Armory. Oh, yikes. Alright, just get guest bedroom. Maybe it'll have its security card. No, a compass. Well, that might be helpful as far as getting north. But not gonna lie, this is kind of a bit of a mess to start with. Alright, it has to go left. Well, only one choice there. It's funny, in all my early episodes, I thought that that gem there meant that the den cost a gem, as opposed to being a place that I would always get a gem. Alright, let's give ourselves multiple ways forward. Ooh! Security is ducted. I think this just means it's ducted, not that it does anything. Right? Alright, yep. My power courses through me. Let's get an experiment going. Keycard system. We want them low. For right now. We definitely... If I can... find a breaker box. That would be nice. And then... did I miss anything? There is nothing. And log into network. Whoops. Typo. Log into network. Hard to type with a broken elbow. Really hard to type with a broken elbow, guys. I can manage moving the mouse. But thankfully this isn't an action-packed game. Oh. Alright. Glossary of terms. There are things that I need to read through at some point, like black print. Ancient floor plans from eras long past, excavated from the depths of history. They lack the colored borders of their modern counterparts. I should read through everything here at some point. Not now, but maybe later tonight. But my priority right now, connect to the lab. I want to make a weight room at some point. Can I get letters? Letters, yes. Okay. Draft bedrooms, deliver letters. Perfect. Alright. So now I want to make as many bedrooms as possible. I have one. Great. However, I could also, whatever I do here will be powered. I should probably buy some things. What do you got today? Shovel would be fantastic. And I guess a sleeping mask as well, since I'm going to be making a lot of rooms. And what the hell? Take the metal detector. Great. I don't think I need the salt shaker, though. Is this ducted? No, it's not. Bedroom. Alright. So now every bedroom after that one... Oh, the car keys. Oh, because that counts because of the aquarium. Of course that counts because of the aquarium. Okay. Well, I guess I have the car keys, so... Oh, shit, but gem requirement. Forgot about gems, guys. I got so spoiled with that emerald bracelet for so long. Oh, no. I'm having to worry about gems. It's anathema to me. All right. Courtyard gives me gems. And I can dig. And I can smash. Ah, there we go. That helps. And there's a key. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of backtracking. Oh, and my silver spoon. Silver spoon actually digs into the turnip in that. That was funny. Okay, so I have lots of ways forward here, but I just found a security key card. So before we do anything, we come back here and we change this to be hi. And I can turn this back to locked now. Because now it doesn't matter, as far as I know. Okay, anything else I wanted to do while I was here? Why did I feel like there was... Oh, right, dig. Maybe go dig in the conservatory. How did I get in there? Alright, there's a couple places to dig. There's always a dig spot in the aquarium. I don't think that's how you eat turnips. I don't think you just stick a spoon into a turnip. Something to go dig in the conservatory as well. Did I ever... I'll just grab my steps. Alright, I think I should probably have a hovel day at some point. But, hey, how many shops do I have? 2? Alright, if I'm offered bunk room, I need to take it. Just as a note to myself. I think any chance to take bunk room because it would give me a letter and it would give me classroom. The pool. Yeah, sure. Oh, also trunks in the pool. I have to remember the pool is now extra valuable. And I can smash them. Gem. Key. Ah, it's a silver key. And 3 gems. Great. Our gem problems are largely solved. Now, what is sitting around in here that my metal detector's freaking out about? Oh. One tiny little coin. Alright. What do we got here? Gross. I don't know how much good the breaker box is for me right here. I would really rather... Alright, I'm just going to make the pump room. Because the breaker box is not that important because I have my security guard. At least as far as I know. Should I make locksmith? Should I spread keys? Well, if I had made the breaker room, then I could make the dark room. But... Well, no, of course I want to make the locksmith because I want to try to get the secret garden key. Special key, please. Please be the secret garden key. Yay! Amazing. Alright. Now what? Guess we dropped... I probably should buy more keys. Let's just do my silver key here. Ah, this will be good. Now I can do a spread at some point. Oh. Coins in the corner. Ah, see, now locker room is a great idea. Now, do they immediately appear behind me? That's hilarious. Beautiful. Conference room is great. I ordinarily wouldn't really think about doing spreads, but... I mean, unless they just happen to happen. But, if I have conference room, it's stupid not to. Let's see what sort of dead end I can burn out of this side of security. Sure. Now, I could probably also unfreeze myself in this room if it ever came to that. I'll start with 90 steps tomorrow. Alright. Bedrooms, don't forget, Zeigler. They mentioned I might get a better look at some of these floor plans if I drain the aquarium. Although, I always feel bad about it. Doesn't look like they have a place to go, but I'm reliably told that Ann Babbage, the house manager, just sort of runs around fixing everything for me because she solves all the problems that I create. And so everyone will be fine, and my aquarium will be fine. She'll just sweep in and ooh. I guess. Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna now run back in here. Oh, it's an opportunity to spread. Hold on. I have to... my gem. Spread gold in the state. Yes, spread gold. Exit. Is there anything else to read here? I think, just check my email. It's been a long time since I did that. Maybe somehow there's new email. Email. From Ann Now, this is all old email. But let's read it. Sir, you have not left me any instructions for the following week, and you know how much I hate leaving critical plans up to the last minute. As soon as you decide on definite plans for the holidays, please pass a message on to me, either through Hartley, who is valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electric typewriter. That was right before he died. DC power. Yup. Gabe. Yes, that is the correct functionality. Changes to the estate. The changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit, your plans will be executed down to the last detail. These are his lawyers. And then, fuse box repair. The white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 to purple. Yep. None of that is tremendously critical. What are data transfers? Data transfers from Sitka are not currently available. Huh. Not sure what that's about. None of these matter. Okay. I got a couple ways up, so let's take them. Ah, yes. Good. Letter. How many letters can I possibly get? I'm gonna keep getting them until I can't get them anymore. Also, I gotta watch for a magnifying glass. That is actually a pretty terrifying and toothy dino. Oh my god. I have to say, like, one of my absolute least favorite things about this game is playing hot and cold with the metal detector because they've hidden something in the corner of a room, and I'm so goddamn blind to it. See, a key. There it is. But I have to look around because, well, a coin isn't very valuable. A key is a big stinking deal. Alright. Let's go up out of the conference room. Oh, first let's grab all our money. Bum bum. Wonder what conferences they held here. Probably Synca conferences. Safe code. Yep. Nope. I'm still at 2. No, I'm at 3 now. I forgot because I have aquarium, so I can't double with bunk room. Nope. I have to use a normal key here. All right. I'm going to take classroom here simply because it's going to give me a bunch of draws. Oh, I don't need draws. No, hold on. I'm not going to do that because I need secret garden. So what I need is for this to be locked. Please be locked. I don't say that often, but yes. Also, I can't forget about weight room. Open sesame. It's a door. All right, turn it. And now, at the end of the day, we have to run back out to the outer room to see if that changes anything. It's possible it's only the rear door that has anything special out there, but I had to see. It's possible the other two are just going to show as boarded up. Excellent. Also, when I do go into the antechamber, just to note, the back door is open, so that's worth something as well. I can go into room 46 and get my crown. On the off chance that I actually want to do anything with it. Alright, shall we proceed? Ah, treasure trove. Let's do it. Boy, this could turn into a hell of a lot of coins in the long run. So many coins. Money is just going to become a nothing. Alright. Treasure trove. Documents. Alright. Here we go. Right carefully without hurting my arm. Blue box with sun. Which says, the true treasure of the trove is not in the house. Green. The true treasure of the trove is not in the house. Okay. So that could be true or it could not, but let's try monking the treasure trove. We have 1 day left of the Blessing of the Monk, so what the hell? We're going to give it a shot. Let's monk the treasure trove. Sure, let's do this. Something? Another key. Good. Alright. Dead end, maybe a bedroom would be nice. Or the walk-in closet, I suppose. Sure. Get some things. Cupcake for 10 steps. A key, a gem. And a coupon book. That's just, it's kind of a lame draw. And my Mount Holly shirt. Because it just looks nice. Alright, these are dead spots, so moving right along. Boudoir counts as a bedroom. So let's take that. Now, I might actually not get to do the get to read the mailroom today. Okay. Could go with something with a lot of doors. Yeah, cloister. Perfect. That's beautiful. And we're digging today. 1, 2. A key. I think I'm pretty good with keys. It's kind of crazy how often these days I make a full house or almost a full house. All right. What do you got? That's kind of trash. Give me a redraw. Well, kind of hate to miss the everything, but yeah, fair enough. Oh, a hall pass. Not lose steps between 2 adjoining hallways. I don't really, adjoin hallways very often. What's beeping? Ah, coin. CRYPTIC University. Wonder why CRYPTIC University in particular. I hate to leave the holes, but what can you do? Oh, I could get another. Sure. Look, those letters are key to figuring out the sigils. So I'm not gonna pass up any opportunity. Plus, I can just go marching through the antechamber to carry on. Oh, I forgot about this entirely. Check out room 46 at least. And get my crown. I can get some redraws here. Yeah, I know this. Haven't looked at this one again in a while. The secret room is not secure as you thought. We have your letters. 8 letters, 8 payments, 100 gold, instructions to follow. Yep. Denny, who's the we? You and your tapeworm? Interesting that presumably Mom had a bust, but it's missing. I have a bust. My grandfather Simon has a bust, and Clara has a bust. Uncle Sinclair does not have a bust. Hmm. 8 realms in 8 days. I know what that's about. Can't eat that apple? That's probably a wax apple. Alright, 8 realms in 8 months. I'll solve that in time. Let me do all the sigil puzzles first. Right. What do we got? Showroom. I guess, sure. Might as well. Got lots of money. Get the moon pendant at the very least. That's good for tomorrow. None of this is particularly special. Hit me with a redraw. Yeah, let's do this because letters. Letters. It's bright outside today. Uncle Herbert's love letter to his valet / life partner. Sounds good. Can't go out there. We wanted to... Alright, so we do have a goal of monking the treasure trove. Just in case it means something. None of this is in any way helpful. I guess I get the gems. and admire where I'm at with trophies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 35 out of 40. 106 out of 110. 4 out of 8. Trophy of trophies. These I haven't done at all. I don't understand this. Reach room 46 in 1 day. I mean, day 1 has already passed, so I'm not sure how I get to do this again. In under an hour, what, from, you know, on a single day? Or literally after starting the game? I don't quite get that. Like, because I don't want to reset my whole game just to do that. When the drafting strategy... So, I mean, if I reset my whole game, wouldn't I lose all my trophies? And, like, everything? High vengeance. Alright, let's see. This was a good day for getting letters. That was really the big focus. But we still have 2 things left. It'd be nice to get mailroom. Unfortunately, I never got the magnifying glass. Because I kind of wanted to go give those things in the antechamber a better read. See if that... the mocked antechamber. If that outer room letter, whatever, had something to see with the magnifying glass. Never find a magnifying glass when you need one. Why do I keep trying to use the basement key on everything? Armory? Sure. You want to give me the axe? Nope. 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 There's no real point. I just keep drafting it until it gives me the axe for my 3rd and final try. Oh, yeah, sure. How many bedrooms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, counting the aquarium. That's a oh, there it is. Excellent. Yep, behind the elevator wall. Never intended to finish writing this letter, but by now you must know that... And then I guess he croaked. I guess, you know what? I just realized, and maybe I said this before, but this is the 8th letter you'll never read. Alzara said there was an 8th letter you'd never read. That must be it. More Ajay boxes. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. Nothing surprising there. What are you trying to get my attention about? I don't know, and I don't care if I don't really need another coin. Ah, there it is. But, you know, if I do see it, I will get it mostly to... Ooh, what's this? Yeah, I think I did see this. They made me change the ending, of course, as you predicted. To my encouraging uncle, who opened many doors for me. Ever grateful, Mary. They made you change the ending, but we know what the original ending was. Wonder if she... Story about you, if it needs to be said about a red prince in his book, the red book we just read. Just looking around to see if anything was... I think it's just that one lore thing. Alright. We know what your original ending was. Okay, that's everything. So we have the magnifying glass. What do we want to do? Do we want to... We never made the garage, so those car keys don't matter. We don't have a treasure thing. We have the moon pendant, so it'll keep 2 of these random things. Oh, coat check. We should probably stick the power hammer back in the coat check because we never made weight room. How do I get out of here? How did I even... what's my way south? Oh, it's out of treasure trove. Alright, Nook, conference room, pool, aquarium, den, chapel. This is just a straight shot down now. Oh, hello! Aha! Look at this! It's a spread. Come on, guys. I should get some sort of award for 247 steps. That's funny. Maybe I'm ready for curse mode. Alright. Head out. Oh, wait. So, first and foremost... where's my coat check? Yep, through here. I mean, actually, hold on. I shouldn't do it yet. Let me go check the outer room. And just see. And then... I'm going to monk the treasure trove. That's nothing. That's nothing. Okay. I feared that. So, what about this? Anything? There's a hand. There's... Nothing leaps out to me as like, this is intended. Steady is the scepter, deadly is the stone, heavy is the crown, ready is the throne. Scepter, stone, crown, throne. You, sir, are cryptic. Alright, alright, damn, I was really hoping there would be more things to find from putting the antechamber out here. Alright, let's... stick this power hammer in the coat check. Check item, power hammer. No, not the basement key, you doofus. Power hammer has been checked, and now we are going to go monk the treasure trove. Just in case that does something funky based on what they said. And maybe... should I could throw all my money in the job, but I'm not going to step in and out of it 66 times. That would be goofy. I'm so tempted, though. Alright. Do I want to do anything with the pump room? I don't really think so. I like having the pool drained. Another apple. How is there still an apple? You know what? I'm not... Oh my god. Alright. 7 successful letters to the mailroom. Now... Oh my god. Actually, I'm almost thinking... Did I make a mistake by checking the power hammer and not the magnifying glass? I hate it when I can't find a magnifying glass. But the power hammer takes 3 things to make, plus a workshop. So, alright. Calling it a day here in the treasure trove. Just to see what happens. Probably the house thing's going to be about bedrooms, right? No, garden shopping center. Really? You're gonna call out the shop rooms and the green rooms and not the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bedrooms? Alright, we carry on. So, what is a monked treasure trove? Well, first of all, I'm going to need a key. At least one key, which I'm not going to have right off the bat. So let's find a key and then we'll head out there. I get sauna bonus. Not that steps ever matter. 59 is my allowance. Sure. Oh, I have the compass. I have the compass and a sleeping mask. That's not incredible. Well, that's nice. But actually, I'm just going to take pool hall because focused here. Plus, this is getting me closer to a trophy. 18. Oh, the rounding thing. Thank goodness I know what that means. Okay. 3 divided by 2 to the nearest integer is 2. 13 divided by 2 to the nearest integer is 7. And then 5 to the nearest 10 is 10. And 11 to the nearest 10 is also 10. Oh my god. All right. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So sorry. We're going to do a divided after that. I'm like, this has to be 0 or 100, which means it has to be 100, which means it has to be 20. I don't even need to solve it. And then this is going to be 100 divided by 20. It's going to be 5. I don't even need to solve the rest. The only number that this can become that can be then be divided by 20 is 100. What? Oh, did I do something stupid? Maybe I was wrong. All right, fine. I'll actually solve the thing. We'll figure out how. Okay, all right. Let's actually do the math then. 10 times 10 is 100. Yep. Minus 20. What is how is this not 20? I clicked 20, right? Divided by 5. 100 divided by 5 is 20, right? 10 times 10 is 100. Minus 3 minus 20. Fine, that's 77. But none of that matters because this is then rounded to the nearest 100, which is 100. And 100 divided by 5 is 20. Oh, I know. I did do that one. Oh, this is the one that I screwed up. All right, fine. Let's do it again. 20 times 10 is 200. That's a 200. Oh, 200 divided by 20 is 10, yeah. Secret garden key. Well, that doesn't help me go unlock the treasure trove, unfortunately. Need some real keys, guys. Oh, that's right. I've completely forgotten about Draxus. I was gonna do that. All right. This is the thing. I can't do observatory. Let's see. Anything I want? Maybe I'll take another read through the Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. I don't know. I don't even know what I want to take anymore. Maybe I'll take another look at Swimbird. It's been a while since I took a look at Swimbird. Maybe something in there will stand out to me in a new way. Really? Oh, this is trash. I thought I made this super rare. Oh, that's right. And it's the library, so it'll give me super rare rooms. Fair enough. You. Sure, take a bedroom. Kind of need to be going north. I have no keys. Can I get a storeroom or something? Our guest bedroom's fine. You got something in here? A gem. Amazing. Not. Keys being weirdly tough to come by today. Just give me the storeroom or something. Or the locksmith, which that will work just fine. Keys are no longer tough to come by. Alright, now let's go check our monk's treasure trove. See if that note that said that the true treasure is not in the house meant anything. Treasure trove. Anything different? The true treasure of the trove is not in the house. Oh. Okay. That's cool. 3 Orinda Aries things, but no way to interact with it. Alright. I'm writing myself a note here. Note. When monked, chest with 3 Orinda Aries black mirrors and mirror key. Okay? Yeah, so there's like there's a keyhole here shaped like an Orinda Aries sigil mirror. So, note to self, a blue box with a green note is true, or a sun with a green note is true. There's definitely a true treasure to the trove. How we open it will be saved for another day. But clearly monking unlocks all kinds of interesting things. I don't know if that's because was it true because it was a blue box? Was it true because it was a sun? Maybe if we keep more notes, we'll find out. Okay. Kind of need our mail room at some point. Or our coat check, sure. Well, oof. I think we can do this. We just have to then go back to the bedroom and... yeah. There must be more doors to knock down. Alright, but now out of here, we just gotta kind of take whatever we can get that moves us forward. And preferably to the right. And we only have 1 gem, which is ugly. Hey, a coin purse. Might have been nice if I had seen that before I went to the treasure trove, but whatever. Gosh. Okay, I guess. Kind of want to go right. Sure. Finally. I'm gonna barrel through these because wow. Yikes. I need to be able to go south, guys. Thank you. Ooh. This would double my money a lot, but I can't give up all the... Oh my god, that's an electronic door. That thankfully is not. Metal detector, meaning lots of annoying beeping. But at the very least, I can... Well, I can make the secret garden. That's not a bad idea. Should I even bother with the antechamber? Is there a point? This is a little tedious. This is not my favorite thing in the game. Is all the work to do. I mean, the game is usually really, really good about anything that is tedious to unlock stays unlocked once you unlock it. But this particular thing and a couple of others are just big old pains in the butt that you have to repeat actions. Takes about a minute, and there's just no real reason for it. Like, I know where the antechamber levers are. Especially now that I know I can do them both from the secret garden. You know, I think it's funny. 37 or whatever episodes in, 38 episodes in, I have never once opened the south door of the greenhouse. Not once. I had other things to do with my broken levers. There was just never a need. Can we get a mailroom, please? We're a little low on gems, too. Keys we're fine with, but we could really use some gems. I'll take the storeroom. Like I said, gems. Commissary would probably sell us some gems, too. Alright. Drawing room works. Mostly because we want ways forward. Plus, there's a gem in here. Gotta always... I think I forget sometimes that I have that spare gem for any room where I've solved a safe. Ah, there you go. Some coins. Eh. Well... I mean... Alright, I could double my money. Could I? No, I only have one thing. Give me a redraw. Yeah, sure. Let's do this. It being every color of room, I'm sure will come in handy in some way. Mailroom would be nice. Oh, wait. Now I can double my money. Haha. That's fun. I swear, I have too much money, though. What am I going to do with it all? Well, oh, look, 2 gems. That's good. Well, I could buy Swimbird plush. If I can find the Mount Holly gift shop. So that's one thing. Steps. Workshop. Security. Actually, I should do security because... Yeah, I should do security for a couple of reasons. First of all, I do not... I can hear you guys buzzing over there. I should do security because... First of all, estate inventory. There's a lot of fruit. Oh, right, because of the secret garden. Then keycard system. Settings. Security level, sorry. We want that low. We want that unlocked. Good, back. And now we should do an experiment. Excellent. Remote terminal access. View active terminals. Laboratory. Yes. Enter. Set up an experiment. Trash while digging. Add a chest to the entrance hall. When I draft more bedrooms, add a chest to the entrance hall. Already drafted a lot of them. How about this? Give me dice when I draft bedrooms. I like that. How many do I have? Yeah, it's actually, I already have 4. So not great because there's not even that many left. But whatever. Alright, now unfortunately I only have one way to proceed, which is a little awkward. And the foundation is unfortunately not an option because I don't have a security key. You know what would be nice? Can't believe I'm saying this, but I would love to get weight room. Passageway or Great Hall? I have a lot of keys and not a lot of those. Plus, does this open? See, yes, this automatically opens. Good. Now I've reached the foundation, which opens up a lot of things, a lot of options. So, I'm not even going to muck around in here. I'm just going to proceed. Ooh, yuck. Alright, fine. Well, that's all the security doors you're allowed to throw at me. Let's go this way. Take the commissary, even though it... Oh, actually, you know what? I have a way left out of the hallway down there. Okay, fine. I'm going to take the commissary. So, I can get a nice set of gems. Get a shovel. Get a magnifying glass. Yes. And what the hell? There we go. Yeah. Commissary, buyout. Ah! What? I thought I set the security to low. What are we doing? Did I not? That's now 3 security doors. Did I accidentally set it to high? Of course, now that I actually have the shovel, I'm going to regret not doing the trash experiment. I'm going to have to find that Great Hall, or find the exit, the east exit from the Great Hall by using keys, but that's okay. Oh, gift shop. We actually do want this for Swimbird purposes. Now, unfortunately, I just spent a bunch of money, but I am certain I will get back to 110 before the day is up. Should I get some keys? Sure, why not? Also, might, at some point, find the car keys. So that's good. Now this, actually, what does this do? So I need to take note. I need to power the garage at some point. I've never done that. I don't know what this is over here, but it seems to be something that benefits from being powered. So, going to my to-do list page, I'm going to add a little note. Power the garage. Now we know which two, it can only be drafted in two particular places. So, kind of have to make, and this is the one where it's most common, so kind of have to make an electric eel aquarium here or here. I think it can also be here, but this is the one where it shows up the most often. Okay. What are you trying to get my attention? Oh, spare coin. So yeah, that's noteworthy. I have to figure out what that does. Alright. Moving on. Keys are not a problem. Should I a classroom? Because that would give me lots of redraws. Well, actually, it's my only option, so. What do I even want? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to... I'm trying to get weight room so I can smash it with the hammer. Because that's the only place I know of where there's a brick wall. Laundry room, nursery, redraw. Study would be good, actually. Right? Study will tell me... No, it's the drafting studio that tells me which way out of the great room. The great hall. Let me just do a tomorrow room here, I guess. Yeah, let's get that going tomorrow. Also, sometimes they stick an item up here. It's such a trick. Just for the off chance that there's an item. Oh, look at that. A treasure map. Where? What do I have over there? An E5? I have a courtyard. Okay. Well, let's go check that out then. I'm glad I took the time. Alright. Always climb the clock tower. There's liable to be something there. It's probably just going to be a bunch of money, but I can use money. I can use money on Swimbird. You soon. Oh, Steve's coming. Excuse me. Well, the chapel's gonna ding me, but I think I am about to be wealthy enough, Apple, that it will not matter. Right? Thank you. Select spot. Time to start digging. In the middle of the courtyard. The sheer destruction that Simon wreaks on this estate when digging for treasure. That's enough. Plus coin purse kicks in. And I can do some extra digs while I'm here. Man, it's been a long time since I got a vault key. What's my experiment again? Oh, right. Drafting bedrooms. Gives me dice. It's really frustrating that the number of times I've gotten that weight room when I really didn't want it. And now I desperately want it. And I can't have it. Alright, but the good news is Swimbird plushie is mine. A permanent addition to the master bedroom. Amazing. Great. Blue tents. So blue tents I can do once I have 8 trophies. And I'll have 7 pretty quickly. The drafting might have to be the 8th one. Alright, garage, classroom, hallway. I guess now we're gonna just guess in the Great Hall. I don't have the ability to know, so we'll just have to take random stabs. Let's try this one. Oh, got it in 1. Love it. Well, this is our only way to continue, so... Sure. Office or armory? Let's take armory. Because I still would very, very much like... Ah! The axe! Fantastic. Oh, I don't have the money, though. Shit. Okay. New goal, more money. Surely I can get that amount of money. Because if I get this, I can finally turn off the Blessing of the Night. This is a problem. Well, I'll get dice. Alright. Right? No? Hold on. What is my blessing? Oh, for each bedroom you draft. Thank you. Alright, that sets my dice to 2. Good. That's important because I have no security card. So I have to go down... Because I think this out of the commissary, that's security, and that's security. So my only way forward is out of Great Hall, and I need money and... Yeah, money, I guess. And also looking for weight room, if I can find it. Ha! Got it in 1 both times. Do I want to redraw? Sure. It's kind of gruesome. Well, alright, this will give me 4 coins. That helps towards the goal of my last axe. Passageway. Perfect. I mean, that would set my dice, but no, passageway is what I need. We could take boudoir. Sets our dice back to 2. But I could also take pool, which would give me more ways. So let's do pool. That gives me multiple... Oh, and... a lockpick kit. Not bad. I'd rather have a security key card, but I think I've dodged most need for a security key card, unless there happens to be one sitting around. Alright, can I dead end study, East Wing Hall, or pump room? Do I want redraws? Maybe? Yeah, I think so, actually. Out of curiosity, do I have office? The fact that I have study means a queen. If I have office, I could be situated to where if I can get the money to buy the axe and delete one less, the last thing, which I think is just going to be attic, because I just want to switch my chest benefit. So if I could make office, I might do it. Give me one redraw. Items? Maybe? Nah, let's take veranda. Chest. Something to dig up, something to smash. Some more dice, that's nice. 2 dice, 4 coins. We're almost there. We need 4 more to buy our last axe. We need 2 more to buy our last axe. Maid's chamber. I had a reason for doing this, right? It would set my dice to 2. But I'm not sure I really want to. Now, give me a redraw. Yeah, this will do. Sure, boudoir, fine. Apples, successful experiment. Did I ever... Yeah, no, I have an experiment going, so I can't run the shelter to unlock every door. Can I get weight room, guys? I can't believe this. Normally I would never want it, but I actually do. Foyer. Alright. I'm gonna take foyer. Count Isaac Gates. Baron Edwin Sinclair. J. Ari Yenna. You have a crown. Are you a queen? Who is J. Ari Yenna? Does your name mean a date somehow? Do you have a date? Nicholas Key. You're not A. Key. Major Nicholas Key, the 4th. Darker the days coming forth. Oh my god, I'm truly losing my mind. Thomas Sinclair, Lord William. Who is the queen? Are you the queen? J. Ari Yenna. Is that a date somehow? J. Ari Yenna. J. Ari Yenna. I sound like a crazy person. God. Yeah, I know. That's actually scares me now that I'm in the antechamber all the time. Well, okay. Let's do this for multiple reasons. Because first and foremost, I can spread gold. Not that I need to. I actually have enough. But let's do it anyway. I love that says it comes from the staff incentives program. I'm literally robbing the staff. But what the hell? What are they doing for me anyways? They're not even around anymore. Except apparently Ann Babbage. I could do pump room. Where is my weight room? Morning room. Attic, that's what I actually want to axe, but I don't think there's... No, I'm just going to take morning room, get gems, be ready for tomorrow. Dig. Coin. 2 gems. Oh, except I don't know if I did anything with a night. I've turned down the observatory so many times. I'm not sure. That's what I always rely on to have a night. Where is my very, very old list of chess pieces? Been so long since anything else have a knight? No, I've been relying on the observatory for a knight, so okay. I would actually probably really like to make the observatory if I can, because with the office and the study, I've got most of the basic things I need. And I have a breakfast nook? Surely, yep, that's my rook. And I have the chapel, so I have my bishop. Okay, what is beeping? You know what? I don't need it. I don't need it. What I need is the observatory. Or wait, wasn't there a conservatory? There was something useful in the conservatory as well, actually. Wasn't it a knight? No, it was the rook. Damn it. That's alright. I found redraw gems. Oh my god. Alright, hang on one moment. Ugh. Not so easy to put my headset back on with only one arm. Okay, continue. Well, the gift shop, I am now perfectly happy to keep rare. The library, I'm gonna make you standard. No, I want you standard. And the archives, unusual is a good idea. Let's just call that there. A chance to make the vault common would be really nice. Alright, I've got two options here. And I need the observatory and, well, I really need the observatory. Because now that I've scorched the sundial and used the axe 3 times, I think it'll be time for me to move on to a fresh benefit. What is in here? A key. Alright, actually, I want that key. I don't think I need it. A gem would be a bigger deal. Alright, passageway. Alright, we're going to redraw a whole bunch. Weight room is our ideal. Alright, get the observatory right here. Alright, it was offered to me. I could... Wait, 51 stars. Ah, interesting. I could take the inkwell. And a coin. Because now, I could just draft like freaking crazy. I realize I really want that inkwell for Draxus. But I want the weight room. I want the weight room. I want the weight room. The vault is nice, but not what I want. Not the gym. Not the dark room. Come on, guys. Okay. I do have a magnifying glass, right? Alright. Forget about it. We'll do the weight room another day. We'll stick our power hammer in. I want the mail room instead. Because... Oh my god, the letters. They go on forever, and are we out of room? Did they start to pile up over here? All right, what was the last one we got? Right, so first of all, nuance. Nuance, and they're dirigibles. Well, there's a road, but they're dirigibles, not... You're not gonna say, you know, nuance, dirigibles, we are primitive people who fly through. I mean, I guess if they have dirigibles, they have pretty nice, clear skies, I guess. Maybe. Not sure. Morajai. Yep, the White Sea of Yor. The White Sea of Yor. Disclose to you the locations of the drafting strategies. Yep. I know all of that. Members of staff. This is useful. These folks, I'm going to take a photo of this. Ann Babbage, house manager, my boss. Kirk Darren, head of security. Maybe a pseudonym, maybe not. Randolph Moore, lead lab tech, network admin, author of the letters. Kimberly Thompson, lab assistant and helpful sidekick. I remember her. Chef DeCamp, head of kitchen, maker of tasty meals. Hartley Ruda, the Baron's butt boy, retiring. Christoph, who doesn't have a last name, the chauffeur, and Robert Nagula, the new groundskeeper, who has replaced our good friend Denny Ravane. Handful of other names, the various live-out and seasonal service staff, but due to their infrequent mention, I thought it best to omit them from this cursory introduction. So who's the maid, I wonder? I know that they're not listed here, but there is a maid's chamber. Okay. Anything, what else we got? Another successful experiment, another letter. You certainly have been keeping yourself busy. As I've spent the last few days racking my brain trying to come up with new clues for you, I'm reminded of your mother's aptly named book, A New Clue, and how fiendishly she hid the clues for her readers within its pages. Don't worry, I won't be hiding my clues for you in imagery or requiring you to comb the text with a magnifying glass. The truth is I'm not nearly as clever or creative as she was. The best I could muster trying to be cryptic and mysterious would be like, break the bricks in the weight room with something that has a handle and is very heavy. I'm trying, Randolph. I'm really trying. I'm afraid that in spite of my best efforts, the result is not quite cryptic and even less mysterious. I suppose I'll leave the riddles to your great uncle and his niece. Orinda Aries. How do you have a stamp from Orinda Aries? It doesn't exist anymore. And certainly Fen Aries would never let you post something with a stamp. Did you, like, post this with a vintage stamp? Anyways, once again, Randolph Moore, you're telling me things just after I figured them out. Unused memos. As I've been running out of ideas of my own, yesterday I asked Kirk Darren if he had any additional security device I could pass on, and to my surprise, he gave me an envelope and directed me to include it in my next correspondence to you. I did not ask him what it contained, so I'll be very curious to hear from you after this is all over and find out whether it was of any use. Ooh. Well, that's of no use. That's of some use. The numbers 6, 7, and 9 do not appear in any of the fixed combinations of the safes. Safe code, that's trash. Safe code D8. Date. Yeah, I know. It's handwritten, so it's true. Safe code date. D8. There is a safe on rank 10. That might be true, it might not, but I'm guessing if there is a safe on rank 10, it's hidden behind the 8 realms in 8 days thing. That's not handwritten. That's not handwritten. All right. Kirk Darren is the one who seems to be responsible for most of these notes. What do we got? Oh! Simon, I can't think of any reason you need to access the server administrator controls before I return, but your father has mentioned your interest in computers, so I have a feeling you may be a bit more hands-on than your great uncle. You'll find the admin terminal in Blackbridge Grotto, a small cavern sealed, much like the story, off of the East Drive. I believe I've previously explained how to restore power to the grotto in one of my earlier letters. However, keep in mind that accessing the terminal requires an admin key. Unfortunately, I won't be able to set one up for you until I return, but your admin key will eventually be Jones, first 4 letters of your family name, or if you prefer, we could use a pseudonym. Okay, my admin key will eventually be Jones, or if you prefer, we could use a pseudonym. First 4 letters of your family name. But wait, that's 5 letters. Oh, Jons. Or if you prefer, we could use a pseudonym. First 4 letters of your family name. So instead of, so that's, so I wonder if like KIRKD or something like that. Interesting. I realize this is Joe's, but it's first 4 letters of your family name and then the S for Simon, which is tricky, of course, because that also reads Jones. So let me say, so mine would be JAGUZ. That's interesting. That's going to give me some stuff to play with. So it's not that yet. But I think that gives me something I want to try. Simon, if you do end up accessing the admin controls in Blackbridge Grotto, I'm sure you noticed the sealed circular door to the left of the terminal. As you likely have concluded for yourself, this door can only be opened if 3 different microchips are inserted in the central pedestal. Normally, all 3 microchips are kept secured in 3 other locations, but I decided to make it easy for you and have left one of the microchips in the grotto for ready access. However, you will have to find a new clue or 2 to find the others. Yeah. Why the hammer? Alright. What have we got here? Ooh. What is that? That's not a realm of any sort. I don't know what to make of this stamp. I'm honestly very impressed with the number of experiments you've been successful in executing. I certainly wasn't expecting to write this many letters when I started our correspondence. Frankly, I'm not quite sure what advice I can offer in the blind without knowing directly what challenges you currently face on the estate. For all I know, you've long since reached room 46 and are just continuing your unaccompanied exploration, stag, happy, and free of the maids and staff crowding the halls and getting in your way. I can't say I blame you, and I'm sure the other members of the household are quite enjoying their extended vacation. Speaking strictly for myself, however, I cannot wait to get back and begin working with you directly. Helping you through these letters has only whetted my imagination, and to be candid, our collaboration in this correspondence has reminded me so much of working with Mary. I know she's proud of you. Until the day I return. Randolph. I feel like that might be all the letters. Don't know if I can get any more letters. I mean, that is a very full shelf of letters. Microchips. Yeah. A new clue or 2 for microchips. Damn it, I thought I solved a new clue. Okay. So, what now is going to be left to do today? First things first, go buy the axe. That's critical. Because it's time to move to a new clue. No, a new benefit. Ah, not that way. How do I get to the armory? Other way out of the foundation. Other way out of the foundation. Out of the Great Hall. This is the way, right? Yep. By the way, another full house. That's just becoming the standard for me. Oh, well, I might as well enjoy my pizza. Certainly not that steps are a problem, but it's right there. All right. Axe. Yes. Now, I know I don't have all... I know I don't have all the rooms. But... I want to switch to another thing. And I realize that this ends it forever, but I want to switch to a new benefit and just be done with the armory. So I'm just going to nix the attic. And now I can go and swap. And, bleh. I've lost my brain. I can go and solve the chess puzzle and pick a new benefit. Okay, the power hammer is going back into storage because I never found the weight room. Somehow. A room that has been the wreckage of some of my other runs. Where are we going? Always. Can I get back this way? Yeah, I can. So, very, very frustrating that I didn't find the weight room. Well, I'll eat every apple you throw at me. Sure. I will eat every apple. Gosh, I wish I could carry over steps. Not that I really need them. I'm ending every single day with far too many steps at this point. Secret garden is just... Alright, check this power hammer. We got it. Alright, now... Do we need to go to the treasure trove? No. So I think... Well, we're definitely going to the grotto. Because that note intrigued me. And when I combine it with that other one, the head of security, right? Blackbridge. The head of security went by Kirk Darren. No. No. Was it Denny? Oh, okay. So well, that's all right. I'm on the right track though. I'm on the right track. Could it be Hey, it's him. Excellent. Let's go. All right. Awesome. All right, I should make a note here in case I ever have to log in again. Admin key. It was, sorry, I literally just typed it. Oh, there it is. MOORR. Fantastic. I like that Denny had an admin key, but it's been deactivated. Network setting. User terminal timeout settings. The timeout setting controls how long a computer terminal stays connected to the network without disconnecting from the server. The default setting, immediate, requires a... Oh! Stays connected. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's just try a new connection each time the user... Alright, well, let's just give it a day. Okay, hold on. Email settings. Oh. Check connection. Inbound, outbound, outside the list. Alright, well, sure, why not? Let's say that I can get my email anywhere. Not that there seemed to be much in my email. What else? User database. Moore, admin access, leads. Yep, lead lab technician for Cinca, set up estate terminals and Blackbridge network. Thom K. Oh, that's Kimberly Thompson. Recent transfer from Cinca, former executive assistant to HS Sinclair, trusted with full admin privileges. 3 additional delisted. Baba A. Oh, right, and Babbage. Yep, author of all personnel notes. She doesn't like using that. Ruth. Yep. Substituting for Mr. Moore until we find a suitable assistant admin. Key expired. Groundskeeper. Terminated March 1992 for suspicion of blackmail and not watering the plants. Both crimes of equal seriousness. Most drafted room, greenhouse. Most drafted room, servants' quarters. Most drafted room, office. Most drafted room, lab, and I'm guessing Moore will also be the lab. Yep. Plus 3 additional delisted admin keys. Interesting. Admin logs. Interesting. Moore R. The last cables have finally been laid and the office terminal has been connected to the central network. Given the ever-changing nature of the rooms on the estate, we chose to install the server outside of the house to maintain connection stability at all times. A small cavern off the eastern drive was selected for the server site. All remaining computer terminals on the estate are now connected to the network mainframe, and we will now begin testing remote access capabilities between them. I've also asked the Baron to come up with a name for the network. After some deliberation, our network has been named Blackbridge, a somewhat ominous name for the project given the legend from which the term derives, though very fitting considering we chose an actual cave to house the mainframe. I didn't make that connection. That's right. The legend of Blackbridge ends with everybody getting buried alive in a cave. I only hope that our servers do not suffer that same fate that befell those in the story. Yeah. Regular maintenance report. Fixing a connection error that was occurring between the office and security terminal. We have also added electronic mail capabilities to each terminal that can be accessed via the network. Recording capabilities of all cameras on the estate have been disabled. Additionally, the existing video playback functionality on the security terminal has been removed. Deleted log, deleted log, deleted log. Interesting. As requested yesterday, new admin key created, though the requested name doesn't quite fit with our typical length formatting. Interesting. I wonder. Maybe that's somebody with a short name, like A Key or something, because KEY would be a problem. Effective immediately, all electronic mail capabilities have been restricted and now can only be accessed via the office terminal. All other terminal inboxes have been archived and can only be restored via admin control. Temporary access to the mainframe and Blackbridge Grotto has been restored to perform routine maintenance. Admin access. Full access to all features. Access to user database. Archive access. Okay. My God. So much here. RTA is down. We work on a solution to reported terminal connection failures. RTA is working again. Terminal connections tested and confirmed functional. Added ability to access offside line terminals through the RTA when Blackbridge is open. And that was a year before I showed up. Per request, one temporary admin key has been added to the network. Admin key deactivated. Oh, right. Harvey, yep. One new admin key has been added to the network. Welcome to the team, Kimberly. Added new data management features. Updated user database. In preparation for Simon's arrival, inbound and outbound messages, as well as off-site connections from outside the estate, have been disabled per the instructions left by the Baron himself. Okay. Admin access. Full access to all features. Archive access. How do I get archive access? Alright, hold on. Data files. Import trophy data. Ah! That answers that question. Import trophy data from other save files into the current profile. I see. So, if I restart my game, I can then import all my trophies, even though I'm starting back from day one again. Yuck. Duplicate save data, clear save data, create backup, restore from backup. Can't do any of that, apparently. Network settings, terminal electronic mail settings. Check connection, off-site. Yeah, I can't do that yet. I'd like to be able to, because how am I going to get any new mail? I can't. There must be a way. There must be a way to restore that. There also must be a way. User database. Admin access, personnel access. So out of curiosity, what if I log in as Ann Babbage? B-A-B-B-A. Let's try that. Curious. Enter. This just shows user database. 3 additional delisted admin keys. That's all you get from Ann Babbage. Okay. So Tom K also gets the same. Interesting. Yeah, alright. All the same things here. Admin logs are all the same. This is... deleted log. Don't know what all this could be about. I'd like to have archive access. I wonder how I get that. New admin key created. Okay. Out of curiosity, and just try admin not found. Why would the head of security not... Sorry. Now, well, the other ones were delisted anyways. Okay. Okay, well, hey, at least I have, for the very first time, logged into that. Oh, wow, I'm starting to feel sleepy. What time is it? Let me check the time. Oh, man. Okay. There was a lot of information there. And I'm not quite sure I processed all of it, although I do seem to be at least a little more familiar with my staff friends. So, to finish off today, I don't think there's anything else. Did I stick the power hammer in storage? I did. So to finish off today, we are going to go and get ourselves a new chess puzzle benefit, because we've used the axe 3 times. I'm sure maybe you guys are going to tell me there might have been a better room. Like maybe there's going to be a room that I still don't I know there's still 4 rooms I haven't unlocked. Maybe one of them costs 10 gems and I should have done that, but I just don't want to stick with the knight forever, and I really just wanted to, you know, to get that done. So I feel comfortable with what I've done. Now I need to re-find where it is. Here it is. All right. Looking at my... Oh, wow. Hold on. Okay. Queen on e6. Knight. Queen on e6. Knight on d8. Ha, date. Knight on d8. Nope, not there. Queen on e6. That's the king. King on b9. Bishop on c5. Bishop c5. And knight on... Oh, sorry. Rook. Bishop c5. Rook on d4. And I didn't see where the pawn is, so I'm just going to throw it around until it lands. Yep. Most things have the pawn. Alright. So let's look through these again. Ambition of the pawn. When you reach rank 8, I could choose one of these. Knight, bishop, rook, or queen. Gambit of the queen. Gain 2, lose 5 steps, and gain 2 keys. Each day you may choose a color. Rooms of the chosen color are more likely to be drawn while drafting. Do not have to pay tithes. Gain 30 the first time you enter the chapel each day. Draw floor plans up to 4 times while drafting in the corner rooms. Which do I want to switch to? Kind of feel like switching to this, because I'd be interested to see how this will affect some of the things that I might want to do. Like the Draxus run that I want to do might be easier, like if I can make bedrooms the most common. Let's do that. So every day going forward, I get to start by picking a color. We'll see how that goes. Okay. So, I'm not entirely ready to call it yet. I don't think there's anything else I can really do today. But here is what we're going to do. We're going to go sit in our front yard right here by the fountain. And we're going to do a little reading. So this is going to be boring, but I've had commenters begging me to do this. So we are going to read through every single one of these room descriptions and see if they teach us anything interesting. So, here we go. Narrating time with Zeigler. The foundation. The cornerstone of the house, unvarying and unchanging. The foundation is one of the only constants in the estate on which you can truly rely. This natural cavity was hollowed directly out of the mountain itself, with its stone and earth walls displaying an underlying coarseness that the rest of the mansion conceals. So it does. It is permanent, it's a blueprint, it's rare, and you only draft it once. Makes sense. Entrance hall. Past the steps and beyond the grand doors, admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of a dark and garish lobby, suitably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest's adventure begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. Got it. Spare room. An unfurnished, unfinished, and otherwise unremarkable empty room. If there had at some point been plans for this spare room, it would seem those designs are now long forgotten. Rotunda. A circular chamber with a domed ceiling adorned with an array of mechanical gears. In the center of the room, a stone podium serves as a central pivot point for the chamber's true purpose, rotation. A fitting function for a room named Rotunda, which means clockwise room in Eurasian. That's interesting. Okay. That's something that could benefit me. Where is my list of Eurasian? That's got to mean that Eurasian. Rotunda equals clockwise room. Now, which part of that means clockwise and which means room, I don't know. But that's probably a helpful hint. Okay? Parlor. This cozy lounge, furnished with couches and armchairs, serves as the perfect social setting for receptions and after parties. Consequently, this was one of the most popular rooms for entertaining, and the late H.S. Sinclair was known to supply a myriad of parlor games to encourage his guests to think and conversate. Pool hall. Once a quaint space for amateur gaming, the billiard hall has been expanded into a full-blown pool hall, an after-hours magnet for sharks and hustlers aiming to make a quick buck off an unsuspecting mark. A rather curious game of darts continues to provide the less competitive players a unique opportunity to ponder over its unusual rules. Got it. Gallery. A small chamber dedicated to the exhibition of art, ideal for showcasing smaller series and collections. Before his passing, H.S. Sinclair personally selected the artwork that was displayed here each year, purposely omitting the composition titles to leave the interpretations of each piece for the viewers themselves to realize. There is something called Room 8. I know that from the trophy, but I don't know how to unlock it. Empty closet. A very modest recessed space used for storage. This particular closet is favored by the junior members of the staff, who utilize it to stash away assorted articles and knickknacks whose proper place in the estate is yet unknown to them. Walk-in closet. The stylish and smart clothes in this generously sized closet belong to the former mistress of the estate, Lady Epson, except for the shirt. That's mine. Though the small dressing room has not been used in many years, it is nevertheless kept up and preserved in the state you now find it. Attic. High above the mansion in its lofty perch, Mount Holly's attic provides curious explorers with a cache of dusty keepsakes, trinkets, and clues from a long-forgotten past. Storeroom. A dedicated storage space filled from end to end with a surplus of chairs, carpets, paintings, and a handful of other things that had at one time been in vogue and on display in other rooms of the house. Okay. I'll do these 12 and then take a little break. Breakfast nook. A snug corner reading room which serves as a quiet, private place for guests to spend a few hours of their afternoon away from the hustle and bustle of the staff. Entering and exit out of the west-facing private drive, the garage served as a more practical and informal entrance point into the estate. Got it. Music room. A small recital hall providing an ideal setup for musical performers and accompanists. It is not uncommon for at least a few recitals and performances to be held in this intimate setting each year. Got it. Locker room. This poolside locker room is of course not always poolside, but it is much more convenient for guests when it is, and much less annoying for the servant who must follow the dripping swimmer across the house searching for their locker. Yeah, this would be inconvenient the way that Mount Holly works. Den. A more traditional family room, warm and inviting. So comfortable, one might assume that the countless clocks surrounding the sofa are placed in a futile attempt to avoid invariably wasting the entire day here. Wine cellar. A short staircase leads down to this below-ground cellar, revealing an impressive collection of bottles from every respectable vintage of the last 200 years. To the seasoned wine aficionado, the labels displayed here would indicate a preference for prioritizing extravagance and rarity over quality. So, yeah, he's a show-off. Not surprising. Trophy room. The polished brass of the treasured laurels filling the trophy cases of this room reveal the pride their owner must feel in having earned them. Achievement is its own reward, but a gold cup is also nice. I agree. So are blue tents. Ballroom. An opulent hall with a polished mirror floor. In the old days, numerous balls and dances were held in this splendid room. However, as he aged, the Baron began to prefer private parties in the parlor over the grand formal receptions of his youth. Type. Entry. Oh, I see. It means that something happens when you enter it. Okay. Pantry. A well-stocked pantry is always the true test of a large estate, and keeping Mount Holly's wide gamut of ingredients and supplies stocked has always been one of the primary priorities of the house staff. Rumpus Room. A uniquely modern-fashioned gaming room, the Rumpus Room has provided many guests of the estate with countless hours of recreation. The room is outfitted with a record player, 2 television sets, a collection of board games, and a mysterious antique fortune-telling automaton named Alzara, whose acquaintance I have made many times. Vault. A secure on-site depository fitted with steel walls and numbered lockers. This fortified strongroom holds a good portion of the Sinclair fortune, despite the fact that several inventories have led accountants to assume the true legacy is hidden elsewhere. Maybe in the treasure trove safe when you monk it? Ooh. Office. The late Sinclair's personal home office, a room he used exclusively for business affairs and the running of the estate, a task he took increasingly more satisfaction in overseeing in his later years. Got it. Okay, quick break. Be right back. All right, we're back. Carrying on. Drawing room. A social sitting room adorned wall to wall with artwork and drawings, mostly of small gates. An unfinished sketch of your uncle sits on an easel in the middle of the room, providing a vivid image into what were presumably his final days, depending on when the project was abandoned. Oh, right, the sketch was abandoned, okay. After the passing of the Baroness Aravai, her private study was claimed by her eldest son, Herbert Sinclair. For years, he immersed himself in the countless notebooks she left behind, drawing inspiration from her discarded ideas. From mechanical puzzles to architectural blueprints, each endeavor he pursued in this room was realized in the shade of her creative legacy. The Baroness Arovai. So maybe she's the queen? What's her date? Okay. I'm going to need to look at more about the Baroness, I'm guessing. The day she died, I don't know. That each endeavor he pursued in this room was realized in the shade of her creative legacy. So that something Arave. Does that mean something in Arajan? I'm always super... I need to know who she is, too. I might need to look at the root cellar again. Because I kind of... Oh, right. Oh, never mind. She's her eldest son. So my great-grandmother, Simon, so it's his mom. What is the date of his mom? Maybe her birthday? Oh, actually. His mother's birthday? How would I know what her birthday is? I don't know. But that's the best clue I've had towards that. 2 stories of wall-to-wall books surround the reader in this room, exhibiting either a bountiful spring of knowledge or typical interior design sensibilities of the wealthy. A few books have been withdrawn from the shelves and placed on rostrum stands in various corners of the library. Yes, they have. Chamber of mirrors, reflections of reflections. This confusing room can sometimes prove disorienting to the wayward guest. However, upon closer inspection, they quickly realize that viewing this room from more than one perspective is key to unraveling its secrets. The pool. An indoor Orindian pool was one of the more modern additions to the estates, the inclusion of which provided a convenient excuse for building a handful of other rooms which not only complement an indoor pool, but are often compulsory inclusions. Got it? Yep. As an architect and engineer, it was not uncommon to find your great uncle spending the better parts of his weekends here at a drafting table with T-square and compass in hand. Over half the floor plans of Mount Holly were conceptualized, refined, and drafted in this studio. Utility closet. One benefit of the restoration of old buildings is that it allows the owners to update and add modern amenities. The utility closet and the circuit breaker box within were set up when gas-powered lighting was retired and replaced by a more fashionable home electrical system. Boiler room. The utility room, serving as a central hub for controlling the heating and steam power supplied to various rooms of the estate. Steam power is conveyed in the estate through steam ducts that run through select rooms. These floor plans must be drafted in an alignment that will facilitate the steam traveling through the house to reach its intended destination. Or you can just use an electric eel. That's the cooler way to do it. Pump room. This facility, dedicated to the filtration and flow of water throughout the estate, houses 5 water pumps and 3 oversized tanks. 5? I count 6. The pump room can be, I guess it's 5, 5 pumps, right. 6 plays, yeah, right. The pump room can be utilized for a number of maintenance tasks, from draining the pool to activating the sprinkler system in the greenhouse. Sure. Security. A control room with state-of-the-art surveillance equipment, inventory system, and access control via an electronic computer terminal. This room is where the estate's patrol guards kick up their feet and thank their stars they are living in a modern era. Workshop. Springs, screws, and coils scattered atop the workbench show signs of this room's frequent use. A craftsman's studio dedicated to creativity and invention, this room was used by your uncle regularly whenever he needed to fix or improve a gadget or contraption. Laboratory. A fully staffed research facility furnished with all manner of scientific equipment and measurement devices. This home laboratory provides a controlled environment in a remote location, far from prying eyes and traditional safety regulations. Oh no! Oh, poor Randolph and Kimberly. OSHA does not apply at Mount Holly. That is actually rather concerning. I worry for you guys. Maybe extend your break. Sauna. A traditional wood-lined Carrarican-style sauna, temperature-controlled and exceptionally relaxing. The invigorating effects of this room will leave you waking up the next day feeling rejuvenated. Sure. Coat check. A cloakroom where guests may leave their coats, bags, or hats in exchange for a claim ticket. This floor plan was usually drafted adjoining the entrance hall during larger social events such as a ball or gala. Makes sense. I've drafted it there sometimes. Mailroom. A dedicated mailroom in which incoming and outgoing posts and packages are sorted and then delivered within the estate to their intended recipients, now with no contact delivery. Thank you for that upgrade. Freezer. Dedicated to deep freeze and cold storage, Mount Holly's freezer is an insulated space kept almost as frigid as the snowy mountains of Corerica. Is snowy a weather? Hold on a second. I need to check this. Let me go back to my snapshots of Realm and Rune, as I always end up doing. The rays. The weather. Foggy. Snowy. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms. So, Corerica, snowy. That helps. Where? Flipping, 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 flipping to my page about all the sigils. It's here somewhere. I know. Somebody said I should get tabs, and I probably should. But oh my god. Oh, here it is. Carrerica. Moravian West, orange, snowy. Makes sense. Good. Sustaining a sub-zero temperature is vital for keeping the items in this room under ice. Good. Dining room. An intimate and warm room with a large dining table boasting a serving tray with a silver dome cover. Dinner is served here each evening. Observatory. Housing an impressively large telescope, Mount Holly's observatory is a window to the world above and beyond the clouds and sky. Through its mirrored lens, even a novice stargazer will be able to distinctly appreciate the wonder, signs, and constellations that punctuate the tapestry of night. Conference room. In his latter years, H.S. Sinclair had become withdrawn from public life and conducted all business from the comfort and privacy of home. This included the occasional board meetings which were held in the professional setting of this room. Electric eel aquarium. God, look at the colors. In addition to having a bouquet of colorful fish, each tank in the aquarium is also inspired by the decor and colors of the various types of rooms found throughout the estate. The new addition of electric eels is an electrifying upgrade, making this room feel much more powerful, literally. Power source with the electric eels. I didn't notice that the eels, well, there's 3 of them on there, but only 2 in there. Antechamber. From its root meaning the room before, all signs and paths point towards the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room, resting on the 9th rank, may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between this chamber and room 46, because it's literally there. Room 46, the mysterious room mentioned in H.S. Sinclair's will, named only by a number. Despite the house's official blueprint showing only a total of 45 rooms, the words of the legal document make it apparent that a 46th room in this house, in fact, exists. Finding this room is your primary objective while on the estate. It is, after all, your bequest. Rarity. Rumored. Bedrooms. Bedroom. A familiar room that you may have slept in at some prior visit in the past. Like most bedrooms of the estate, these quarters offer you a little rest and recuperation during your long days exploring the surrounding rooms. Boudoir. Private salon with a plethora of fainting couches and chaise lounges. Longues? I don't know that word. That served both as a dressing room for her ladyship in the mornings and a cozy sitting room for her in the evenings. Guest bedroom. A small bedroom, maintained and kept available for accommodating weekend guests and impromptu visitors who find themselves compelled to stay the night. Nursery. One of the few rooms you vividly remember from your visits here in your youth, though even at that time, you remember feeling a little old for the activities provided here. The twin cribs found in this room might suggest that at one point in time there had been some hopeful expectations of a sudden growth in the family tree. Aw. For sale, baby shoes, never worn. Servants' quarters, a cold, empty room, devoid of ornamentation and personal effects. This surprisingly humble bedroom belonged to the Baron's personal valet, Hartley Ruda, who had unchallenged access to even the most clandestine areas of the estate. Bunk room. The rustic wooden stacked bunk beds evoked the enticing promise of campfire stories and childhood adventures. This bedroom served as pillow fort and bedroom to the young Sinclair boys and has remained faithfully unchanged over the years. Herbie and Simon's. And so that definitely confirms that the Herbie carved into the schoolhouse was Uncle Sinclair as a little bratty kid. Well, I guess Simon was the bigger brat. Her ladyship's chamber. Tucked away quietly in the west wing of Mount Holly is the decorative bedroom of your grandmother, Lady Epsom. The style you find, unique in the house, a fitting tribute to her childhood home in Araja. Right, I put that together. Makes sense. Master bedroom. H.S. Sinclair's own room, though perhaps soon you may consider it your own. I would like to, but apparently I sleep in a tent. Hallways. one of the many nondescript hallways snaking through the estate and providing elegant causeways between the more noteworthy destination the house has to offer. The west wing of the estate has been closed since the death of Lady Epson. It is unsurprising, therefore, that this hallway, in its neglected state, features boarded windows and dust-smothered furniture. This fenestrated hallway, there's a word, fenestrated, means it has windows, overlooks the east side of the estate grounds and is warmed in the early day by the light of the rising afternoon sun. But the light of the rising afternoon sun? Well, if it faces east, wouldn't that be the morning sun? That's a strange phrasing. Fenestrated hallway. Yes, well, hopefully nobody will be defenestrated. Corridor. A long hall with 2 doors at either end that had been one of your uncle's most frequently traveled rooms. Consequently, he had left strict instructions with the household staff that the doors of this corridor should never, under any circumstances, be unlocked. Passageway. A long, cramped series of unfinished passages used primarily by the servant staff to traverse the estate quickly. Secret passage. A small, dead-end room with an ordinary bookcase that exemplifies the best means to escape the confinement of our worlds has always been through books. Foyer. The grand Baroque hall of Mount Holly is impressive to behold. This ornamented passage is flanked with marble pillars and features bust statues of the more prominent figures of the Sinclair family legacy. Great Hall. A room of many doors and even more choices. The Great Hall is unquestionably the largest hallway of the house, but it is also the least useful, for the doors lining its walls are always locked, perhaps for a reason. Huh. Because it hides the antechamber lever? Oh, okay. Oh, how much we got left? We're about halfway done. Green rooms. A terrace balcony overlooking the grounds, providing an ideal spot for appreciating all the verdure and greenery. Oof, there's another word. Big words in this game. That the estate offers. Patio. A roofed outdoor seating area located along the perimeter of the estate. During the summer evenings, it is not unusual for the grill to be employed while entertaining acquaintances of a more informal nature. Courtyard. A charming spot, granting guests a bit of fresh air and open skies within the privacy of the manor walls. Cloister. A covered walk and colonnade surrounding an enclosed and seemingly inaccessible garden. Yeah, it was for a long time. A solitary angelic statue in the center of the grassy patch provides this secluded court a hallowed atmosphere. Veranda. This relaxing breezeway serves as an ideal spot for rocking chairs and lemonade. Greenhouse. This room is always warm as its glass walls and roof help to retain the sun's rays. The gardener should be pleased that the long neglected flower beds have finally been blessed with the glistening gift from the sprinklers installed above. Yep. Morning room. The best thing to go with breakfast is a morning newspaper and coffee. Sure. Secret garden. A floor plan so secretive it had been removed from the drafting pool to avoid anyone unwanted accidentally stumbling upon it. This secluded garden, flanked by a variety of Morajai fruit trees, interesting, has served as a private retreat to at least 2 other generations of Sinclairs. Morajai fruit trees. Hang on, we're going back to our book. Moats. Isn't there a moat for agricultural, harvest, and farming? So maybe Morajai are agricultural, if they have a specialty of fruit trees. That would be white, sailors, agricultural. We would just need to know what their weather was like, if that's a correct assumption. Okay. Shops. Alright. The staff commissary is always stocked with household goods and supplies at a reasonable cost. This provides the servant of the estate an invaluable service, especially to the live-in staff who may only expect to leave the property once or twice a month. They can get all the shovels and salt shakers and metal detectors they need. Kitchen. A standard kitchenette with all the typical amenities, a stove, refrigerator, oven, and sink. This gallery is where the cooking staff prepares the daily cuisine that will later be served in the dining room. Locksmith. Considering the amount of floor plans and difficult doors that can appear on any given day, it was only a matter of time before a full-time locksmith service became an essential requisite on the estate. Showroom. An array of jewelry display cabinets showcasing an impressive selection of high-priced items, each unique and one of a kind. This exclusive collection is not for the faint of purse. Well, I've dealt with it. Laundry room. A standard hub of domestic toil, complete with washers, dryers, and a state-of-the-art steam-powered unit leveraging the newly installed steam ducts leading from the boiler room. Right. I've not yet powered this. But apparently electricity from electric eels works just as well. Despite its innocent appearance, this inconspicuous space is rumored to launder more than just linen. Oh, yeah, is this the money laundering hub as well? I mean, technically we know it is, but it mostly just turns them into gems and keys. Bookshop. This cozy little bookstore is often tucked away in the more secluded corners of the estate, giving guests little opportunity to appreciate the curated selection of equally rare books it offers. Titles purchased in the bookshop will be automatically added to the library's book request form, which fittingly is the only room in which this rare floor plan can be drawn. Right. The Armory. It's a Blackbridge. A stone chamber fitted with ancient weapons and armor from the Second Era. This room appears to predate almost every other room in the house directory and may in fact be an authentic floor plan from one of the lost strongholds of Orinda Ares. And the gift shop. Thank you for visiting Mount Holly. We hope you enjoyed your stay here. Cute. Red rooms. Lavatory. A room one might go to great lengths to avoid showing guests despite them always probing for its location. Chapel. A private sacristy, as ornate as the most lavish rooms of the estate, is watched over by 8 Ageran angels. Ageran meaning the initial era. Erajan, what is that? Aj means first, right? So first era. I want to find my Erajan notes. Aj, first. So, first era angels. Or, I don't know if the era part of that actually means... Anyways, this room was more a tribute to your uncle's vanity than it was to his faith, right? Maid's chamber. A typical example of the accommodations for the live-in staff on the estate. It appears that this particular bedroom belongs to one of the maids. Archives. Countless shelves of documents and towering file cabinets make this otherwise immense space seem small and cramped. These archives contain almost a century of records and files pertaining to the Sinclair family's numerous interests, many of which are sealed and unable to be accessed. Gymnasium. A half-court intended for basketball and racquetball, which is seldom used by anyone apart from the junior staff during their lunch hour. At least they did before Miss Babbage disallowed the practice after noticing how worn out staff members were after a game. Darkroom. A room dedicated to photo processing, development, and printmaking. This room is outfitted with safe lights which provide red illumination to which the photographic material is insensitive. However, due to a faulty installation, the safe lights often overload their circuit capacity and blow a fuse. Weight room. An exercise room outfitted with weightlifting equipment. A good workout session here will wipe you out and leave you with little energy left for exploring. Try me. I have so many steps now. Furnace. The main centralized heat source for the estate. You may find yourself starting to sweat after drafting this room. Got it. Alright, my additions. Dovecote. A towering loft serving home to many of the feathered locals of Mount Holly. As a devout bird watcher and amateur ornithologist, Mary had positioned her uncle for years for this to be built on the estate. Aw, Mom liked her birds. The kennel. Home to several of Sinclair's hunting companions. It can be assumed that these friendly hounds have been anxious to meet their new master. I love them all. Why does it keep going back to that? Clock tower. Access to Mount Holly's clock tower has always been heavily restricted, which might explain why maintenance has been unable to mend the perpetually halted clock face, a testament to the unchanging winds of the sacred hour. Perpetually halted clock face. I mean this one. I guess maybe that's supposed to be a hint to it being 1:30. Wonder why 1:30 is the sacred hour. That's interesting. Also, why there's a bug here. When I right click to go back from studio editions, it takes me to red rooms. Look at that. See? If I go from here, it takes, oh god, in all of these. No, in this one it doesn't, but from found floor plans or studio editions, oh, now it's not. Now look at that. Why does it go back to red? That's so bizarre. Well, in terms of bugs, that's a small one. Classroom, an exact copy of the floor plan used in the architectural design of Reddington Elementary. These copies were deployed in Mount Holly as a short-term solution to allow the curriculum to continue uninterrupted while the new school was being built in town. Solarium, a quaint floral sitting room surrounded entirely by tinted glass panes. This solarium is ideal for tea in the afternoons or getting some sun without the hassle of going outside. Dormitory. These small sleeping quarters, devoid of frills and distractions, are ideal for the student, scholar, or denizen of academia who wishes to focus on their studies without diversion or interruption. Study and sleep, rinse and repeat. Vestibule. An ornately framed yet modestly sized hall, it had served as the original antechamber in the old days before eventually being removed from the estate for having doors that were prone to becoming stuck. Casino. The Mount Holly Casino offers an intimate and exciting setting for wagers of any scale, and guests may be surprised to discover how much strategy is involved in these machines, which are traditionally only thought of as games of chance. A buy-in of 2 gems is required for admittance into this exclusive room. Found floor plans. Planetarium. A circular theater featuring a dome-shaped projection screen upon which scenes of the stars and galaxies allow viewers to experience the splendor of the heavens. Machinarium, an iron-vaulted mechanical chamber affixed with motorized panels that can reveal up to 8 different doors depending on the parameters at the time of creation. I do wonder, 4 doors make sense. What would the extra doors be? Treasure trove. Turns out the oft-rumored treasure of Mount Holly was more than just a rumor. Well, now I know where it really is. Tunnel. Going under all obstacles, the tunnel pierces through walls and rooms alike. This crudely excavated passage looks to be the work of someone determined to get where they were going, regardless of whether the house's floor plan is accommodating or not. Fun. And conservatory. This Baroque arboretum showcases and preserves the rarest specimens of every type and variety. Though through selective propagation, the gardener here may influence which flora will be considered commonplace during the next season. Cute. Outer rooms. Oops. Alright, 4 more to go. Tool shed. A simple shed with a variety of tools used by the groundskeepers in the course of their duties. Shelter. An underground bunker located away from the main house. This fallout shelter was designed specifically for air raids and features thick walls made from lead and other materials intended to block radiation. A computer terminal within has been connected to the house's network system should an emergency necessitate remote access. Schoolhouse. Long before Reddington Elementary was opened, school convened in a single small building. As the student body grew over the years, the need for separate classrooms for each grade arose, and the Mount Holly Schoolhouse was officially closed down. Shrine. A sacred silence permeates this candlelit cavern, whose flickering lights add to the holy aura shining down upon a meditative statue. His stone hands present forth a stone bowl to the devout pilgrim, who may wish to make an offering of gold. Root cellar. An underground store of jarred vegetables and fruits from Mount Holly's gardens. It's always amazing what great things come from a little digging around in the dirt. Hovel. A squalid dwelling on the edge of the estate, belonging to a real shitbag of a groundskeeper. a total blackmailing, disgruntled, overly curious. I'm too cruel to him. They really screwed him over. Poor Denny. Trading post. An outpost established on the outskirts of Mount Holly in the era before the New Realms. This station allowed the frontiersmen and trappers of these mountains to trade goods and services with the estate, the locals, and one another. And finally, tomb. The Sinclair family crypt is as gloomy as it is immense. The true Sinclair legacy lies here, resting underneath the stones, a parade of distant relations and forgotten ancestors. Okay. Well, that was cool. I learned a few things. Two notes that might be helpful towards realms if I'm interpreting them properly. Oh, is it late in the day? No, it's all no. All right. I don't have. Is there anywhere I should end the day specifically? I don't think so. So I don't have any blessings. I have Banner of the King, so this is important. Room of the... Oh, I see. Shop more. All right. So I have to remember to actually do that manually at the beginning of each day if there's something that I want more than the rest. And actually, I feel like I should probably do shop rooms if I want to try to do the Draxus run, the 20 dead-end room run. Okay. Well, that's been cool. Hey, I got into the... God, it's been such a day. I've forgotten most of what I did. I got the admin password. That was something I wanted to do a long time ago. Gosh, why don't I just... Seems like at this point I just always get Garden Shopping Center of Tomorrow. Oh, I guess I like the Tomorrow rooms. And I like making full houses. So, next, maybe we'll try to do that dead-end run. And then just keep trying to draft Treasure Trove as well, because I think that this is going to keep telling me lots of interesting things. And I don't know what else. Maybe I'll look through some of the other suggestions that my commenters had. God knows I got to figure out how to get those microchips. That's really bugging me. There's now 2 things, apparently, that I need those 2 extra microchips for. And I have no idea where to start. No idea what to make out of some of these cryptic notes that are all over the place. I kind of want to do a review of all the cryptic notes I have and what could to possibly make of any of them. Alright. I've been Zeigler Jaguar. Thank you so much. It's late. I will see you all next time.